Square Enix is having a great sale on the PlayStation Store right now, and in this video we want to go over 6 awesome deals for under $10. All of these deals are available right now as a part of this sale and will last until March 13th, so let's get right into this. First, we have Sleeping Dogs the Definitive Edition for $4.50. Sleeping Dogs was one of the criminally underrated games of last generation. It was a fantastic game and a lot of gamers saw it as Grand Theft Auto in Hong Kong, but it is so much more than that. It's very different than Grand Theft Auto. Yes, it's an open world, but it's also a little bit more contained than a Grand Theft Auto experience, and Sleeping Dogs also has some great hand-to-hand combat. One of the highlights of the game, and the Definitive Edition includes the base game, obviously improved with the PlayStation 4's hardware. You got 24 pieces of DLC content also included here, and this is a game that I know so many gamers missed out on. It's a fantastic game, and at this cheap of a price, $4.50, you cannot go wrong. It's a great game with a good amount of content, a mature and gritty story, and just a very well-made game.
Sit down and shut the fuck up.
Final Fantasy VII for $8. Now, yes, I know what you're thinking. There is a Final Fantasy VII remake in the works, but ask yourself, how long do you think it's going to take before that game releases? Yes, it's going to be a very long time, so if you want the classic FF7 experience, it is available on the PlayStation Store, and at $8, it's a great game. Yes, this is originally a PlayStation 1 game, but take it from somebody that played the game a couple of years ago. I still thoroughly enjoyed the game, and I was able to complete it, no problem. And of course, with the PlayStation 4 version, you do have trophy support, all that good stuff, and a couple of other tweaks and benefits thrown in there as well. Final Fantasy VII is an all-time classic in terms of JRPGs, and it's a must-play title. For some of you, you'd rather wait for the remake, and I can definitely understand that, but if you want to play the game right now, this isn't a bad option. Moving right along, Deus Ex Mankind Divided is 75% off for $7.50. Now, this is a game that was available as a part of PlayStation Plus for the month of January, but if you missed out on that, well then for this price, it's a great pickup for Deus Ex Mankind Divided, which is the follow-up to Deus Ex Human Revolution, and honestly speaking, I would say that it's a weaker game. It does improve upon some elements over Human Revolution. The gameplay is more versatile, there's more content to it, the world's a bit bigger. However, it does falter a little bit from the storytelling side of things, and the game just ends kind of abruptly, so that is a little bit unfortunate. Still, you've got a pretty good action RPG here with some cool thematics, pretty solid visuals, and engaging gameplay, and at this price, $7.50, it's a worthwhile pickup.
There's my hunt for the true threat.
Not gonna go all wonky on us now, Hansa, are ya?
If I do, McCready, I guarantee you'll never see it coming. Turns out my military-grade enhancements were hiding a full set of cutting-edge
Moving on from that, we have Tomb Raider, the Definitive Edition, 80% off down to $6. This is a remastering of the Tomb Raider reboot released back in 2013, and that game was absolutely excellent. And of course, with the game coming to the PlayStation 4, running at 1080p, the game looks great, and of course, it plays great too. I've sung the praises of the Tomb Raider reboot for quite a while now, and if you somehow have not had a chance to check it out for $6, it is a great deal. Yes, it's not a very lengthy experience. The online isn't going to add any replayability to the game. However, just going through the game once and enjoying it for that 7 to 10 hours is well worth it, and at $6, it's a great price. And by the way, Rise of the Tomb Raider is also on sale. That's a little bit more expensive, of course, at $19 and change, but that's a fantastic game as well. Would say that Rise of the Tomb Raider improved upon this game in nearly every area, so if you did play this game and enjoyed it, make sure you give Rise of the Tomb Raider a look too.
She's the one.
I made a promise. I've got to find them.
Bring her to me.
Damn it.
Life is Strange, the complete season is down 75% to $5. Life is Strange is one of the more influential games that Square Enix has ever released. Even with games like Final Fantasy VII and a lot of the other titles they've developed, it seems like Life is Strange has had a lasting appeal to it, and of course that is because of the story and the themes that it presents. Very similar in playstyle to a Telltale game. Life is Strange is all about storytelling, so if you're expecting some high-octane gameplay, you're not getting it out of this game, but what you are going to get is a very emotionally gripping and satisfying satisfying story, and I would highly recommend it for that reason alone. It's down to $5, and that's a great price for the whole season. A season 2 is in the works. There's Before the Storm, which is a prequel, so this is a franchise that's gonna have a lot of depth to it. And finally, we have Final Fantasy Type 0 HD 50% off, down to $9.99. This is a great Final Fantasy game that is probably one of the more forgotten about Final Fantasy games. Now, prior to this game's release, it actually gained a lot of traction and probably performed pretty well from a commercial standpoint, but that wasn't because Square Enix was selling the game by itself. No, if you actually pre-ordered Final Fantasy Type 0 HD, you did get the episode Duskgate demo for Final Fantasy 15, and keep in mind, at that point, we had waited, what, already 9 years for Final Fantasy 15, and any taste gamers could get out that game. Even if it was paying $60, they were gonna get that, and a lot of gamers just kind of completely threw Type 0 HD to the wayside, similarly to what happened with Crackdown and the Halo 3 beta. That's what happened with Final Fantasy Type 0 HD. Now, you do have to keep in mind that this is originally a PlayStation Portable title, so if you're wondering why the visuals aren't up to par comparatively to a lot of other PlayStation 4 games, that is the reason, but you still do have some very interesting gameplay mechanics, a cool story, a cool setting, and as I mentioned, the gameplay is pretty good. It's very fast-paced, and no, I wouldn't say that it was worth that initial $60 price point at all. Square Enix only got away because they did bundle in the FF15 demo, but now that it's down to $9.99, it's a great time to check out the game if you're a fan of the franchise. So that is going to conclude this video. 6 awesome PlayStation 4 game deals for under $10 as a part of the Square Enix sale. What do you think? Which of these games are you going to check out? Sound off in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.